Well, there's 90. Go on, 95. And it's still pulling. It's not going to do 100, is it? Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media and welcome to another episode of Gran Turismo 2. We're here in East City, ready to take on the next manufacturer's worth of challenges, and that is going to be located at Daihatsu of all places. Now I don't expect this to be the most thrilling thing in the world. However, we have got 2.638 million, which for some reason seems like less than we had at the end of the last episode. Oh, press the button. Oh, do you remember when we did this by mistake? Yeah, that's very broken. Bear with. Yeah, instead of turning the frame limiter off, what I did was press a button there that auto-loads a saved point of the game, very annoyingly. But it's good to know that that still works, and it still remembers that state from God knows how many episodes ago. Yeah, I've just been back and checked, and all checks out. So the first thing to go in is the midget contest. Not sure that's particularly broadcastable, is it? What the hell is that? I don't want to drive that. Please tell me we can get a used one. Oh wow, there's not really a lot you can get. Well, it's not that much, to be honest with you. Oh my god, the D-type. Look at it. That is excelente. Off black. I've heard of off white, but not off black. Oh, it's got to be that colour. Look at it. Beautiful. Let's buy it. There's no point doing any modifications to it. We're just going to jump straight into the event. Don't want to spend any more money on this. Wow. What have it... I've not even got the words. What has it come to in this playthrough where we go from 3 very fast run-throughs of the GT500 Championship, 700 horsepower, to a car that takes half a minute to get to turn 1. Let's make a traffic light. Red, yellow and green all together. Oh, yellow's having a bit of a glitch out. Oh, they've only got 4 gears. Oh my god, it handles so well around there. Oh, this is another one of them cars where it's going to hurt to press X down for so long. No. Just stop. I'm impressed that it could do 60 mile an hour. Go on, push me. We're seemingly getting away from some of them. Oh, I think that might have put the nail in the coffin. Look at the lead that they've got. It's massive. We're going to need a miracle around this last corner. We don't want him on our right. We want to be on the inside line. Just don't touch that wall. Ah, no. Why is it in slow cars we can never win around here? It happened in the Yaris's as well, this, didn't it? At least it's 4th place. We might win all of our money back for that. Well, it looks like we do have to make some potential upgrades just to make it quicker and a little bit more... I don't even know. I don't want to say the word predictable or anything. When the cars are quicker, we seem to fare all right. There's a dreary screen. 4th place, average lap times. And that thing. 400 credits. Big prize pool. Okay, so some modifications are required. Let's give it an exhaust and an air filter to give it 3 more horsepower. I wonder if we change the gearbox. Can you turbo it? Can you turbo it? Yeah. Oh my god, you can. You can give it 73 horsepower with a stage 1 turbo kit. That's all it needs. Let's just try it with that. Although we are going to top out very quickly. Oh, we've got money to play with. Let's just make the most of it. Let's change the gearbox completely. We'll go for semi-racing. Let's try again. Okay then, so midfield raceway in reverse. We've turboed it and put an exhaust on it. That's a very short gearbox. Imagine redlining in 4th in... Oh. We're topping out at 48. We made no. Well, that was a terrible waste of money. Let's put a... Well, we've thrown money into it now. Let's put a full racing gearbox in it, which we can change, can't we? Let's go for it. Let's just go for it. Why not? It can be a bit of a meme car. Clutch as well. So now it's got a racing gearbox, flywheel, triple plate clutch. And now a carbon drive shaft. Or carbon drive shafts, I should say. That means now that when we go into the event and we go to the screen beforehand, we can then change the gear ratios, which means that we can give it a much longer set of gears and get a lot more high speed out of it. I say high speed, it'll probably top out at about 80. So we go into settings, part settings. So first gear, auto set acceleration and max speed. What's the highest setting you can go to? 25. So let's go to 15. Aero? No. Can't change the aero. Can't change the suspension because we didn't mess with it. Let's go! Oh, we're back here, of course. We're on the full circuit this time. Wow. First gear is almost as long as fifth gear was before. Look at it. Yeah. 62 mile an hour in second. What speed is this actually going to get up to? Actually, pause the game now. No, wait, Chaz, get this right. Pause the video now and let me know what speed you think we can get out of it during this race. We'll do a top speed run of it as well later. Put it in the comments now and then we'll carry on. Ready? Let's go. I mean, we're only in third and it's doing 85 mile an hour, which is insane. You know what? I hated the idea of this at first, but I'm already in love with it. Does nothing for acceleration having gears that long. However, I'm here for it because look at the speed of it. It's gone from 30 horsepower to, was it 72 or 74, something like that? I'm just smiling looking at it. They're sort of staying with us though. It just scares me. It's just such a funny sight. Look at it. It's an absolute wet wipe of a car. Oversteer around there. Massive oversteer. Seems strange though that I mentioned earlier that the AI, I've mentioned it all the way through the playthrough and I'm still going on about it 80 episodes in, that in these challenges and in a lot of other races, when you modify the cars, the AI tend to match you for power to weight or just power. It seems like in this, they've done a little bit but not a lot. Alright, let's see what we can get out of it. Well, there's 90. Go on, 95. And it's still pulling. It's not going to do 100, is it? Oh, well, there's a corner there. 98 miles an hour in the midget. I don't think I'd like to do that in real life, though, would you? I still can't get over second gear being 60 mile an hour when it topped out at 60 earlier. In fourth. I'm just too used to crashing these sorts of things on BeamNG and throwing them down ski slopes and mountains. What a wonderful little machine. We've battered the enemy. The enemy? It's not a war game, Chaz. And across the line. Oh, it's very endearing, isn't it? I bet we only get like $3,000 or something for that, don't we? It's not a lot, is it? It's not a big prize pool. $3,000. We've done the challenge at least. We've ticked it off the list. Let's see what's next. Oh, I did say though, didn't I? We're going to do a top speed test in this. It's not here that you do that, Chaz. You go to machine test down here, and you do max speed. Let's see what it's got. Again, put your estimates in the comments based on what you saw before. What speed is it going to max out at? Let's try. I was supposed to say let's find out, not let's try, because we're going to try. We've still got the same gear ratios that we had in that race as well. And we've got quick gear changes as well. That's one thing that helps it. We've obviously got a triple plate clutch, decent flywheel, carbon drive shafts. I mean, we're already doing 70. There's 80 in third. 90 at the 1,000 metre mark. We're going to lose a little bit of speed here, though. I say that. Now we're going downhill. It's still accelerating. There's 100 miles an hour. 100 miles an hour in the midget. 102. The revs are climbing. 103. 104. Oh my god. My guess would have been 102. We've got to change up yet. Oh, it is slowly accelerating, but not much. Is 109 going to creep on? Yes. I think it finishes here, doesn't it? Let's see if we can get a bit of downward momentum. There you go, 110. The revs are still climbing. This doesn't really prove anything or do anything for our cause. But still, I'll take 111 mile an hour in the midget. Our record is 244. What was that in? Is it the end of this straight where it finishes or something? Yeah, it's not accelerating any further, is it? Yeah, there you go. It's just such an odd thing. 111.48 miles an hour. Oh, let's have a look at the records. Oh, it was the TVR Speed 12. We have done a top speed running this thing. I didn't realise. The Ford GT40 did 218. The Chrysler Phaeton did 188. And then the midget did 111. I'm intrigued to see, actually, what we can add to that list. That's something we can definitely play with further down the line, isn't it? I've spent too much time on this now, but let's just go for a few clicks down, shall we? And let's try again. I want to know where the crowd is that's cheering for this. Now we can see what the differences are per gear. Okay, it's about 2 mile an hour less in first gear. Yeah, okay, so we've only lost about 2 miles an hour per gear, but it should help us accelerate better. Yeah, that's much quicker than it was before, isn't it? Oh God, I had a massive twitch in my neck then, made my whole body go. You see that? That was weird, man. I do twitch a lot, actually. I twitch a lot in my sleep. When I'm falling asleep, it's always like I slip off a curb or something and kick Beth in the head in sleep. But I remember once when I was on this PC years ago, I was using a wireless mouse and I was near an open window to my right. I had a massive twitch in my arm and threw the wireless mouse out of the window. Come on. Give us more than 111. I think we've hit the balance, haven't we, of getting speed out of it. Although we're going to have a downhill bit, so we can try it there and see whether we can exceed 111.48. There you go. I saw 112. I saw 112 before I was an idiot and hit the grass. Yeah, it's got nothing more to give, has it? It is slowly accelerating. I don't think this wiggle is going to do it much good. Might just hit 111 before we finish. There it is. We're not going to get 112 though. Let's see what the ultimate result was, shall we? 112.31 miles an hour. Well done, little midget. You have entertained us thoroughly. Going to save the game. We don't actually have much more time for anything else, to be honest, so I'm going to cut a bit of a chunk out now and then we'll crack on with the next race, shall we? Okay, we're at Midfield Raceway for the last race of the episode. We've bought a new car and modified it a little bit. Let's show you what it is, shall we? Because it's a real beauty. Now this one's for any fans of Mighty Car Mods. We've got a Daihatsu Mira and it's 148 brake horsepower. Oh, so we're going to slap all of these other mirrors. The frame rate is dying a death. Either that or it's because the cars are travelling that slowly. But I think it's called a Daihatsu Mira TRXX. Got it second hand for just a couple of grand and then spent 12.5 on a turbo kit that gave it 148 brake horsepower. And it's flying. Changing up at 94. Yeah, this is speedy. I love a Daihatsu Mira. Mighty Car Mods made me fall in love with them with their video where they went to Japan and got one and made some little modifications to it. It's such a lovely film. If you haven't watched it, please do. Look at it. It's four-wheel drive as well, this thing, so it will slide and be quite controllable. Oh, red line. Now, it doesn't have upgraded brakes or tyres or suspension, so its party trick is going quickly, and then the terrifying bit is getting it stopped or getting it to turn. But we don't need to worry because we've got raw power. Listen to that. There goes 100 miles an hour in the mirror. It feels great round there. Look at that. The top speed on that last lap was 108.67 miles an hour. Still not as fast as our midget though, is it? See if we can get it to play around here. Just not going quickly enough to maintain it all the way around. No. Now what I'm a little bit sad about is that there is a racing modified race for the mirrors as well, so we will have to racing modify this car, I'm afraid. So it won't look like this by the time we've completed the next episode. But still, I think it's going to be a cheeky little thing. And I look forward to seeing what challenge that brings on. But we're going to easily win this first race, the non-racing modified race. And that's going to put us halfway through Daihatsu. in the East City Challenges. Lovely. What a great little car. And what a pair of great little cars as well in this very small car themed episode. I hope you've enjoyed said episode, by the way. I'm going to move on now and then get on recording the next one where we're going to complete, hopefully anyway, Daihatsu. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.